VOD, this is AlphaAli and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's alright. So on my TikTok, I posted about 4 different replay codes for a few matches, and I said I was going to VOD review a few of them. I'm going to be doing 2 full VOD reviews, which will be this one on Esperança. The Antarctic one will be posted next week, and also at some point I will post a small one of the Legion Tower point, in which I feel as though it shows the best of it, and I kind of want to just do a bit of a replay on that as well. But that one might not come out. I haven't decided yet, but just keep an eye out for it. So this one is the Esperança match. In case you don't have any context and you just see this completely blind, this is myself. I am on a GM5 account called Kenneth. I'm queued with Barry, who I believe is about GM5, GM4 at the time. And Barry is actually Zxldris, who a lot of you guys will know from my videos and stuff. He is a tank main, however he wanted to practice some DPS, and I needed a low account to go on, so this is why I am on Kenneth instead of my main or squash like normal. So I'm just going to be showing off this game. From what I remember off the top of my head, this is a 1-death game or something like that. And I feel as though I had some really good positioning, and there's also some parts that I thought would be really, really good to kind of talk about. This is on my main account, so I just want to apologise if the colourblind options do randomly switch different teams and stuff like that. It can be a little bit confusing, but just look out for Kenneth. So I'm going to start it up right now. And we're kind of just going to be watching what I do. So obviously looking at this team comp, we have Honor, Ryan, Soldier and Ashe. Obviously Ashe out of this lot is probably my best damage boost target, but of course Soldier's a really, really good one as well. I will very rarely need to focus on healing in order to help the Ryan basically, because I have my Honor, so it's all good. So I go to damage boost my Soldier before obviously my Ashe comes up, and I could just sit with my Ashe kind of really, really safely here. I don't need to help Ryan here, instead I go to help Honor because obviously she gets dove. And sadly because our Ryan's walled off and also I'm helping Honor, I can't get to him in time. So I'm just going to have to play with my DPS here. My Honor falls, so it's just my job to kind of keep my DPS up and just maybe not fall. I'm playing very far away and out from cover and stuff like that. Just trying to play the walls as much as possible, and also playing split so I don't take a lot of damage. And now I can kind of sit with my DPS a little bit more. I held my Soldier here because he's getting a lot more pressured than my Ashe. And we ended up killing the ball, and I healed and my Ashe is being dove on, so obviously I'm going to go help her. Essentially at the moment it's just helping whoever is getting dove on essentially. I wanted to play it to my Soldier though, but I think I put LOS too much. I do make a mistake with GA here. I wanted to use the Rhino to slingshot up to my Soldier. But it's all good. I know we can essentially just sit with my Soldier for a sec. My Ashe comes, so I can obviously then go and damage boost my Ashe. Both are really, really good damage boost targets, and as you can see, my Soldier is a lot more close to my his visor than my Ashe. So I'll be kind of focusing on Ashe a little bit more. Obviously, I'm trying to flick onto damage boost as soon as anyone is full HP and stuff like that. My Soldier tags, obviously the ball's going to be there, so I'm once again just wait for my Ashe and it's coach going away and stuff like that. I decided to Valk here. This Valk was reasoned because I thought my Honor was going to get dove. How do I get onto the... That's not that. This one. Here we go. I thought my Honor was going to get dove. And also my Ryan was all the way over here at the time and stuff like that. So I thought it was going to be quite split, as well as my Soldier wanted to use his visor. I wanted to try and get the most out of it, so I decided to Valk because we're very, very split at this very moment in time. I'm going to have to go all the way around. But yeah. And then just go and damage boost in order to finish off the visor. I thought the Brig was going to get out with 1 HP, so I went in with the pistol because I was feeling a little bit bloodthirsty. Go and peel for my Ashe, and I decided to go for the Genji because why not, you know? I don't want him to get out kind of thing, and I had the confidence in my aim, in which I hit quite a few headshots to be fair, so he ended up dying quite quickly. Now I'm just trying to play cover. I don't want to cross all the way over because obviously my Honor's still on point by herself, and they have quite a big of a dive comp where they could easily come in with the Lucio ball and just attack her. So at the same time I'm still trying to keep with her. Here I make a bit of a mistake. I feel as though I could have played this section maybe around this side instead. This is in order to block off any, because I realize obviously all the fights happening here, right? So I should have probably played a little bit more around this side. But I made the correct decision of splitting off from my Honor here to help my DPS. If my Honor gets dove here, sadly, I think she will die because obviously you've got all these mines everywhere and everything. And obviously the Ryan is there with the Honor. But it's better for me to kind of stay with my DPS here. And I should have maybe played this side more, which I think will come apparent in just a second. So yeah, because here I'm kind of just facing the entire team fight in front of me. This entire team fight is just happening completely just in front of my LOS. I think instead I should have like come around here and played this side instead in order to try and cut out as much LOS as possible. But it's alright because I'm still positioned quite well and away from them. My Ana gets blizzard and also they use beat. There was absolutely no way I'm going to like help my Ana here, so I was very much like, I'm sorry Ana. I would try to have a look for the res a little bit here, but I could see the ball and I'm like, I don't want to. I can also like hear the hands though, so I'm like trying to play out of like the windows and stuff like that. I'm playing underneath like as much as I can. Obviously I need to heal up my Ryan here. I go to the damage boost him when he pins, and I tried to kind of body block him a little bit, but he was already like, quite weak, so he could easily get eliminated. And obviously it's back to damage boosting my Ashe. I go in to go and help like my Ryan a little bit while my soldier's pushing up. Then once my soldier's up a little bit and I know my Ana's coming back, I can then go to damage boost my soldier. The reason why I'm a soldier here instead of my Ashe is because my Ashe is currently on point. She's not going to be doing anything, not going to get any damage boost value, compared to my soldier who is obviously, you know, pushed up quite far and he'll probably like do a lot more damage. Plus he's close to his visor as well, and I want to try and get that for him really, really quickly. I don't decide to cross over here, and I do then. I can't remember why I did that. I think it's because he was getting a little bit far away. And then I decided to kind of like leave him and go with my Ashe here. This is just because I wanted to kind of focus on like the dynamites and stuff like that. Plus, if you didn't know, there's like a mega health pack in here as well, so I thought it'd be quite safe until that mega health pack is used, and then I can go peel for him. I decided to Valk here because my Ryan is going in really deep, and obviously I thought we could get some chain like beams on and get the point like really, really quickly here. I hear that the visor's coming out, so obviously I tried to damage boost that. I can see the Hanzo is like really, really one, so I do go to pistol him, and then obviously going back to the team. Unfortunately, I cannot res Ryan here, which I was kind of like looking for. And here I try to like save as much healing as I can till after my Valk. Obviously, I do have to heal Ana up a little bit because she was very weak. But I'm going to damage boost my Ashe here because she's got a better angle. We do end up like getting a few more picks and stuff like that. We just have to be very wary because obviously we still don't have a tag kind of thing. Up until our Ryan gets back. My Ashe wants to go on a flank here, whereas my soldier is still main. So obviously I'm still looking here. My Ana at the moment, I know she's critical, but she's not in a situation of danger at the moment. Like, she's played quite well in cover. She's got a Ryan shield as well. She will majority be fine. So I don't need to be with them. I can then go and help my Ashe with the flank. Obviously, I'm still helping, looking. I go for the res, and then this is when I hear the soldier visor behind, right? So instead of coming out at this point, I decide to stay in the room with my Ashe. Just until I know that it's going to be a little bit safer, like, to get out. I get my pistol out because I thought he was, like, all the way out. And then I decide to, like, chase him a little bit here, and he kind of just, like, runs off. Excuse my aim. My aim wasn't the best here. I put the pistol away as soon as I think I'm not going to do anything here, and I just go and, like, heal my Ryan instead. This is when my Ryan, like, decides just to go push in, right? And you can hear the group up voice line here. But there is absolutely no reason for me to go in here, like, and just be with him, right? Because you have pretty much the entire team are now, like, pushing the robot and stuff like that. Where's my team? Well, my soldier is still obviously alive. But my other two teammates will still be coming back from spawn. So there is absolutely no need for me to help my Ryan here. He should have been backing out with me. But I guess he went to go and have a quick reset, I guess. So he's just gone, so I'm just going back. I should have got the... Yeah, I did. I get the pistol out here. This is once again just to kind of protect myself. I'm not trying to give away my soldier's position in case people know like where he is and stuff like that. And then this is the point where this kind of fight gets a little bit weird. Because all of our team are... Oh, I've gone off it. All of our team are very, very split. So, because obviously our soldier is kind of by himself in the back lines now. My Ashe and Ana is still like over here, but they'll be like wanting to attack like from behind, along with our well, we now have Jungle Queen, so she'll be coming around here, and I'm kind of just stuck up here by myself. And I'll let this play out a sec. Hold on. So my soldier ends up coming back, so obviously I can help him just like a short like GA. Here I just want to like play away from the team because I know Hanzo has dragons. I do end up avoiding the shatter because obviously I am above them, and also the dragon comes through, which I was kind of expecting. So I just do a quick backwards GA in order to go with my soldier. This was a mistake from me, right? So the backwards GA was meant to take me up onto the high ground, but it didn't. And so now this is me panicking like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, I'm stuck completely just in the middle of nowhere. So whenever you're in this like scenarios and stuff like that, first look for cover. So this cover for me was the actual bot robot itself. since it can block like quite a few shots and stuff like that, since I currently have this soldier that's focusing me. Luckily, I don't have anyone else focusing me right now, so I can very much kind of just stick out here kind of thing, and I'm just basically looking for either my soldiers to peek me or another opportunity for me to get out. Now, obviously, I know Junker Queen's coming back from spawn, and I know that 2 orbs are also going to be available for my Honor and my Ashe, so that's going to be okay. So essentially, I'm just going to like body block here, just for a quick second, using the bot. I'm also using like a little bit of crouch spamming. Like crouch spam is amazing if you just want to quickly like try and like avoid like some shots and stuff like that. Obviously, it might not like fully protect you, but it might help you out a little bit. And as soon as I know my Joker Queen's back, go over there. And there are 2 reasons why I res my my Honor here. Firstly, there was absolutely going to be no way that I could help my soldier at this point. Like he was gone. Ashe has her coach gun, so she can like get back slightly quicker than my Honor. And also my Honor has nano compared to my Ashe that has just used Bob. So it means obviously you want to res someone who has an ultimate coming up and will probably have more of an impact. So I decided to res my Honor here. Plus there's no like really harm in like resing here because you can just back off to leave a high ground if needed. I go straight to my Junker Queen in order to help her out. Just use a little like prop jump on the wall and damage boost my Honor a little bit. Sadly, once again, I do end up like dropping a little bit, and I kind of want my Honor to come out a little bit. I put some pressure on the Hanzo because obviously I wanted him like away from my Honor basically. I know I'm not going to finish the kill, so I go back to go and help my Honor. She's antied, so I'm just like waiting for her to like get healed back up, and then I can go back to my soldier who's currently got back from respawn and on the high ground. Here I'm still kind of like trying to keep an eye on my Junker Queen because obviously she's like got a lot of the team in front of her kind of thing. I know my Honor can still kind of help it, like just kind of help her out basically, but I'm still looking on the just in case and just kind of staying with my soldier. I dropped to my Honor and I do try to like kind of help my Junker Queen, but then obviously my Honor's there and my Ashe kind of wants to start pushing the bot, so I might as well go with her because I don't want to leave her like by herself basically. I'm being like very kind of cautious here though, because in my head I thought Ryan had shatter, but I forgot that he shattered last fight. But still, it's like really good to kind of like be wary of these kind of things. I forgot that he shattered last fight, so I was like still like I'm saying to my Ashe like he might have shatter, which is still a good thing to be wary of and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm just like trying to like back off a little bit here. She ends up dying. I cannot res that whatsoever, so I get my pistol out straight away on the just in case, and I call like a little group up because obviously I want help. In which my soldier does actually end up peeking me. It's like, oh, look, you come over here, and I'm like, yay, you know, I've got safety kind of thing. But it's always good if you're in like a certain scenario, you can like have the help command bound, or obviously like group up kind of thing, or you can mention it in VC. I wasn't in VC in this match. I was only with Zxldris. Just the 2 of us were common at that point. And yeah, so essentially my soldier could just pick me up, and I could just quickly come up once I, you know, dump on my head. I'm looking to see if I can help my Junker Queen here, in which I can, and I go back to obviously helping my soldier. I realise the Hanzo's here now, and I want to like try and get out of his LOS like as quick as I can. And then I end up Valkying here. The reason for this is because I want to try and damage boost my Junker Queen a bit here in order to get some value. And also, once again, my team is quite split. Even though we have like our Honor back and stuff like that, our team is quite split again. So I'm just trying like to damage boost anyone that I think is like doing any kind of value. Obviously, I go in to go and help my Junker Queen, washes out of LOS of my Honor. Still like trying to push damage boost, even if like people aren't full HP. And obviously I drop back to my Ashe for a second. I heal my Junker Queen because I kind of wanted the ult charge, I'm not going to lie, because obviously I've just finished Valk. Going up to go and damage boost. I realised that they're going like into the room, so I should have done that maneuver a little bit quicker, in my opinion. Like, because I ended up hanging out in the open a little bit there. I should have instead like maybe gone over to the other side, found like a nice safe place to cover, and then gone up and done it in like 2 steps rather than hanging about, because obviously it's quite common for people to pick Widowmaker and like sit in the spawns here and just like pick you off. So what I should have done there is I should have like done like a maneuver and then gone in a safer point. But it's fine because I'm with my DPS now. I noticed that obviously my Junker Queen is very like weak, but at the same time so are my DPS, and obviously the Junker Queen's now really in deep kind of thing, and there's nothing I can like do there. I can't even get into res. This part was a little bit weird. So essentially, I thought that the team fight was lost at this point. Like, there's only me and Honor left. But I didn't realize how many others like we had killed of them. So I decided to go in with my soldier because we are technically up in people up until obviously the Moira respawns. So I thought we could still like kind of hold it down here a little bit. And now I'm just kind of like playing split away from the Rhine. And he, bless my heart, he decides to solo shatter. So obviously at this point, I just want to try and back away. I'm playing far away from my soldier because with Ryan's range, you could only focus like one person at once. So obviously, if he wants to if I'm stood like next to my soldier, then he's going to damage both of us. But if I'm playing away from my soldier, then he can only damage one of us. So essentially, I'm kind of just playing very far out, obviously still playing the cover away from like the enemy team. And then once I get an opportunity, I can slingshot myself over and come over. And I could just like still stick here and damage boost. Obviously my Jungle Queen's back as well, so I can help. They switched to Bastion now, so I really don't want to like peek. And I knew the dragons were kind of coming, so I had to like kind of move. Come back up to come and help, try and help with the visor. I do res it because sadly he does end up falling due to the arrows. And then I'm just kind of like playing over the top, away from the Ryan and stuff like that. And then obviously it kind of all falls apart a little bit here, so I'm like, okay, I need to go back to my team. Sadly, I do end up getting focused with this coalescence, and the stupid lamppost, this stupid little lamppost that you can just, you know, casually get stuck on, just blocks my GA. So essentially, I do end up dying to this coalescence. I think if I did make it across, then I would have survived, and I would have been able like to stay with my Ashe. But I didn't know how like likely it was, since, you know, unfortunately I got stuck with this lamppost. At the same time, we do need to kind of like teamfight reset at this point anyways. So, and it's also my first death, so it's not even that bad really. I could just go back, respawn with my Jungle Queen. So we're just waiting for the respawn, go back with my Jungle Queen. Obviously, my kind of like main aim here is I don't want to like stay with the Jungle Queen. I want to try and like get up. At this point, I have like a weird decision because essentially my soldier is up on one high ground, but my Ashe is kind of like by herself on another one. I decided to go with my like soldier, and it was because he was weak, but then he got nanoed. So I was like, oh, well, I might as well go damage boost him then, because essentially he could like absolutely shred through people kind of thing. He's got a really good advantage point. I hate that my Honor's like getting attacked, so obviously go and peel for her. Try and damage boost whenever like she goes for it, and then I decided to try and like get a stagger kill with it. I knew that the team were going to be like nowhere near kind of respawning, and then I just peel back because I'm not going to get the kill there, so I might as well peel back. I realized nobody's pushing the push robot at this point, but at the same time it doesn't really matter because we pushed it so far already. So I might as well just chill with my DPS. I can see that my Jungle Queen's like kind of weak over there, so I tried to tell her to group up, but unfortunately there's nothing really I could do here. I'm kind of like keeping heals on Honor to wait till, you know, when she, what's it called? Sorry, I'm going to pause it here because I've got a bit to talk about here. So I decided to obviously like go and like try and help my Honor, especially because she was like really critical and antied. And then as soon as the team fight starts, I decided to Valk it. It's because I knew obviously they want to be like trying to come in hard this fight, because obviously they're kind of like desperate at this point, it's like to win it. And my ult is the only one that's online along with the Jungle Queen's one. So I thought, might as well just Valk it. I'm playing like quite like well cover here in order to stay out of the LOS of the Bastion. Click the damage boost on for the ult. Sadly my Ashe does get pinned here, so I decided to do a slingshot away. There's absolutely no way I can res that with the Ryan camping it, so I just need to back out here with my Honor, as we're the only two that are alive. Just heading up to the high ground here, as I think that's probably like the best place for us. And I'm just going to sit here and just damage boost my Honor for a bit. Don't forget, like Honor's like a really good damage boost target anyways. Like, especially with her buff that she got recently, where she does like 75 HP of damage instead of 70 that she used to do. It's really good. As well as obviously her nades as well are really good to damage boost. So I'm just gonna sit here and just like kind of help. I can't get to my soldier like at all here, so I kind of just like have to let him die sadly. And I'm just protecting my Honor. Obviously I'm backing out, and I go back to my Ashe because I thought she was gonna get pinned, but she actually slept in. So I'm just helping. I do get shattered here, but it is around the corner, so it means that he can't like directly pin me, which I guess is like the best scenario at this point, because I didn't expect him just to come out and just flat out like shatter us like this. So yeah. So obviously I do go back. He just ended up getting my Ashe, but as soon as like as you see, I flick the damage boost onto the Honor when the Ryan drops his shield. I don't know whether you call that then. But I dropped to damage boost my Honor when he drops a shield, because then like she can get good damage on him, and eventually he does actually die. It allows me to res my Ashe. Can't really do anything against that Bastion ult, but it didn't really get anyone. I don't really know what his aim was with this. I go to with my soldier because obviously he's using visor, and that's the end of the match basically. So overall it was like a weird match, I'm not gonna lie, especially like with how my team were playing at some point, so like where it was. It was a little bit of a steamroll, but at the same time, I think it had some really, really good moments, and that's why I wanted to kind of like show it off today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, you can like look at this replay code yourself. I recorded a TikTok video which I will put in the comments. That shows the actual code itself, along with me kind of explaining a few other bits about the game and stuff like that. And I will be posting another one from the Antarctic match a little bit later on, probably next week. And then I maybe post a Lijiang one as well. It depends on how I feel. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!